Package delivered to 31 PD.
She truly believes what she says.
That's why she's in charge.
Not too shabby for our first official mission.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Celebrate before a mission is complete. It's
bad luck.
Tonight, Mayor Nightingale perished in an explosion at City 31's Memorial Museum. The identity of her assailants is unknown at this time. The City Council asks citizens to remain...
So she gets vaporized the same day Xcom sends Chimera Squad to our city? You hear that voice in your head? That's me telling you to wake up!
Despite opposition, Mayor Nightingale's deciding vote brought the Reclamation Agency to the city. Without her support, Chimera Squad's continued presence is an open question.
Welcome home, Chimera Squad. The director wants to speak with us.
thanks for getting the mayor killed. Also, you're fired.
That's not helpful.
You're right. I'm sorry.
I'll patch the call through when you're ready.
I followed your action at the museum, and its aftermath.
Director Kelly, I take full responsibility for what happened.
Stop. I sent you to City 31 because I believed you were ready. Tonight, you surpassed my expectations. 31 PD requested help within 3 hours of your arrival in the city. You answered immediately. Going in, you were under-equipped and down an agent. You adapted, as we trained you to do. And let's not forget, you rescued the mayor. You delivered her to safety as the city requested. Don't blame yourself for an outcome you couldn't control. Instead, let's focus on what's next.
I set up the map table. Ready when you are.
Head over there. I'll hold.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Xcom Chimera Squad. For those of you who don't know, as far as I'm aware, Director Kelly there, that is Jane Kelly, the character that rescues the commander in the tutorial level of Xcom 2, and is the first promoted unit you get. She unfortunately died in my run, I believe, so yeah. Basically, my entire game is non-canon, because she's alive. Or maybe she was just fatally wounded and managed to get better. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyways, we're back. We're back in XCops. How's your day? There's a crucial target waiting on the city map. Let's click the city map.
Welcome to City 31. During Advent's occupation, the city was a fortress supporting an active starport. 5 years after XCOM won the war, it's home to aliens, hybrids, and humans alike. There's new industry, self-government, and local agriculture to support the varied populations. Against all odds, this city thrived after the war. There were no retributive attacks.
Until tonight.
We don't know that. Not yet. But we can find out. 31 PD requested our help sifting through evidence at the Memorial Museum. They lost good officers today. Give them what they need and see what we can learn.
City 31 map. The map is where we see the status of City 31 and any current targets. We can send our squad to respond. Any current targets we can send our squad to respond to. Chimera Squad can respond to one target per day, after which the day automatically advances. Alright. Actually, hold up. Give me just 1 second here. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. So we need to go view the situation downtown district. 31 PD needs help pouring through the aftermath of tonight's attack. Mayor Nightingale's death has the city on edge. Let's do what we can to help. Advance today. Sending the APC to resolve the situation will automatically advance today. Are you ready to proceed? As far as I'm aware, we can't do anything else, so yes, let's proceed. We've done what we can to aid 31 PD. Commissioner Malouf passed along her thanks for helping her officers bear the weight of this attack. To be fair, I did not see any other officers. They must have been outside.
Your work with 31 PD opened a few doors. Here's what we know. A crude plasma bomb killed the mayor. The insurgents had no access to materials for that.
Does that mean they had outside help?
Most likely. There are 3 groups in City 31 with access to this kind of ordnance.
The progeny A loose network of human scions. So, ex-Templars maybe? Their vision for 31's future is entirely psionic, whether the city wants it or not. Grey Phoenix, an organization of alien scavengers. They have quietly amassed the kind of weaponry reclamation is mandated to recover. Or Sacred Coil. Choose a faction to investigation target. The target faction cannot be changed until it's resolved. An underground religious movement for hybrids. They preach salvation, but only those who once fought Xcom. I'm going to say Sacred Coil. Let's see what they have to say about this.
Sacred Coil is what happens when former Advent officers find religion, or create one. They claim to be the true path for City 31's hybrids, as long as that path involves armed sedition.
Director, these are local criminals. Isn't that 31 PD's jurisdiction?
True. The Reclamation Agency supports local police, but we're also required to recover dangerous material.
From those who would do the world harm, and each of those groups is neck deep in the stuff. So what next?
Focus on a single group. Investigate, dismantle their operations, and take them down.
Meanwhile, we look for any links to the mayor's death. Either way, a dangerous organization is off the streets.
Exactly. The city wants justice for Mayor Nightingale. This is how we help them achieve it.
I just hope we don't choose the wrong one. Tackling investigations. Every investigation has 3 stages. Groundwork. From this first mission, learn about the faction and their methods. Operations. Hidden missions that must be revealed, then completed to knock out the faction's main plans. Takedown. Stop their final attack and end their threat to City 31. Active operation. Investigate Sacred Coil. We need to know more about Sacred Coil before we can proceed with our investigation. An underground religious movement for hybrids. They preach salvation, but only those who once fought Xcom. Dark events. No dark events. Alright. Investigation opened. Alright. Visit assembly area. We got some on the same map. There's a critical combat mission target available. Investigate Sacred Coil. Alright. Let's
check it out.
Here.
Headquarters sent us an assembly. And with the right patterns, we can build anything. Or we could with the latest version. What you're looking at is the extremely finicky 2038 model. It'll take time to stress test our patterns, but once we have them, we're good to go.
Assembly. Assembly projects are how you get access to new or better items and equipment. Each project can unlock new items for Xcom supply, new weapons or armor upgrades, or a variety of other useful things. Agents assigned here decrease the time it takes to complete a project. Alright. Illyrium is one of 3 resources Reclamation requires. It is spent to complete projects in the assembly. Android personnel. Construct Android OBS hub. This network allows us to use androids on tactical missions and enables new assembly projects. Looks like all we got is Android. Alright. We only have 4, so let's not. That should be fine. Yeah. So, I guess with that done, we gotta go investigate Sacred Coil. Credits are one of 3 resources Reclamation requires. They are spent in supply to both buy new items and upgrade existing ones. Whisper here. I'll keep you updated on any activities requiring our attention. Speaking of which, Sacred Coil is raiding a storage facility that holds Advent-era contraband. We should prevent that, right? May as well. Agent recruit pending. A new agent is available to recruit. Please visit the armory to make your selection before responding to this target. Alright. Armory. No. The armory. The armory is where you manage your agents. Loadout. Manage weapons, armor, and other items. Agent abilities. Unlock new abilities by promoting agents that have earned enough XP. Agent biography. Learn more about the agent's background. Tint armor. Change colors of your agent uniform. Select an agent icon to begin management.
The director convinced the city council we're too understaffed to be effective. This means we can bring more agents to City 31. It's not the whole squad, not yet, but it's something.
Shelter. Roll. Psionics, ally buff, mental attacks. I can't be a weapon, but I will be a shield. Agent psionically swaps vision with the targeted enemy or ally. Does not automatically end the turn. Has a locked dazzle ability. Patchwork. Utility, electronic disruption. Don't worry, we can fix it. Agent sends a gremlin to an enemy to jolt them. Attack chains to nearby enemies. Damage is increased against robotic enemies. Hack open a door at the start of a breach. Blue blood. Precision shooting. Do it the smart way. The hard way gets killed. Agent takes a shot with a -15 aim penalty for a 50% damage boost. Does not end a turn if used as first action. Desperado. Standard pistol file, and Deadeye cost an action and do not automatically end a turn if agent has actions remaining. I'm gonna go for Patchwork. Seems like hacking doors could be handy.
Patchwork, when did you get in?
Not so long ago.
What's wrong?
I spec'd out a whole workshop for our field office.
Which is currently sitting in a warehouse while they finish the building. I'm sorry.
I'll be fine. I just need to find a place to tinker.
Pick any open floor space.
There's so much of it.
Wow. Old World origin, Mexico. Prior to the invasion, first of 3 children raised in Pielba. 2015 invasion. Orphaned and grievously wounded. Lost both legs and an arm. 4 years old. 2016 to 2034 occupation. Raised communally at a relocation camp. Eventually moved into Advent's version of an orphanage. Used as propaganda after a gene therapy clinic rebuilt her limbs. Grew disillusioned with Advent as her technical skills improved. And extracted by Xcom at the behest of an anonymous tip, later learned to be her own. 2035 War for Liberation. Initially supported Xcom as an engineer on the Avenger. Transitioned to active duty after a mid-2035 loss in personnel, 24 years old. To present, remained with Xcom, transitioning back to engineering. Joined the Reclamation Agency at the personal request of Chief Shen. Her technical acumen is a boon to Chimera Squad. May as well look at the others, right? Verge. Prior to invasion, psionic support and infiltration unit of Thin Men. Psionic support for an infiltration unit of Thin Men. 2015 invasion. Actively worked to subvert human governments. Experimented with delicate, long-term mental control of human subjects. Around 15 years old. 2016 to 2034 occupation. Assigned the long-term control of an influential human who could keep the populace docile with comprehensible, reassuring answers for their questions about aliens. Selected as candidate for conversion into sectoid infused with human genetic material, so he didn't always look like this. Post-conversion, exhibited signs of empathy towards the human populace, quietly began to tip off resistance groups. 2035 War for Liberation. Served as a mole actively aiding the resistance groups in Xcom, around 35 years old. To present. Spent time in detention camp until Xcom realized his role in the war. Agreed to Reclamation Agency transfer. Director Kelly approved of his admission to Chimera Squad. Chimera, Old World origin, Estonia. Prior to war, Chimera belonged to the Empty Cohort, a batch of hybrid clones with full Advent training but no Advent indoctrination. 2035 War for Liberation. Emerged from his clone Crochet, immediately befriended 2 Xcom soldiers, 0 years old, 18 physically. To present, transferred to detention center. Exhaustive testing revealed no Advent sympathies despite being part of the Bellismar clone line. Released from detention and recommended as a test case for Xcom utilizing skills of an Empty Cohort. Transferred to the Reclamation Agency after proving his capability. Requested placement in Chimera Squad at first opportunity. Reclamation HQ has observed his enthusiasm improve the morale of his squad on multiple occasions. Terminal. Old World origin, China. Prior to invasion, only child of a factory worker and cook. 2015 invasion. parents died in the initial invasion. Her uncle fled with her to a relocation camp, 4 years old. 2016 to 2034 occupation. After her uncle died of disease, she was effectively adopted by a doctor who lost her only daughter to the invasion. Transferred with her adoptive mother to a small town on the outskirts. Began apprenticing in her adoptive mother's medical office. After a punitive Advent attack wiped out the town, a resistance group pulled her from the rubble and brought her to safety. She exhibited a severe shift in personality. 2035 War for Liberation. Combat medic for her resistance group. Exhibited absolute fearlessness and saved hundreds of lives. 24 years old. To present. Initially rejected from the Reclamation Agency, who requested regular psionic probes to prove she was fit to serve. Assigned to Chimera Squad after probationary period. Godmother. Old World origin, France. Prior to invasion, National Tactical Police Officer with a few years of experience. 2015 invasion. Went to ground after the fall of Paris and spent a fruitless year searching for her family, 23 years old. 2016 to 2034 occupation. Provided operational training to the nascent European resistance groups. Strongly advised against direct resistance, which she learned brought overwhelming reprisal raids. Connected with Xcom proper during its leaner years. Remained a friendly asset as the organization rebuilt itself in 2032. She developed a formalized tactical training program to screen Xcom recruits. 2035 War for Liberation. Field liaison to Allied resistance group supporting Xcom, 43 years old. To present. Modified the Xcom recruit training program to suit the needs of the Reclamation Agency. Joined the Chimera Squad provisionally to ensure field-ready status. Well, we got quite the motley crew here, don't we? Agents idle. You're not doing anything? Okay, okay, so we can only take 4 out on time, looks like, so far. So we could probably add you. You're good with tech, so, you know, make some androids, right? I do want to start the mission, but at the same time, we're reaching 20 minutes here. So I'm going to call it here, unfortunately. Yeah, apologies for that. I hope the look around the main base was enjoyable enough. We will get to the actual mission next time, I promise you. With all that said, thank you everyone so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you liked it. Don't if you didn't. My name is TamTroll. This is Xcom Chimera Squad. And I see you next time. Farewell.